37 years old. Nicolas Torre III, na gano'n na ako, review na ako, is 55 years old. So he has that 18-year, kumbaga, gap. Oo. Pero sa reach, kumbaga, kita mo ha?
Mas matangkad.
Meron ka ng
si General Torres.
Si General Torre, mas mahaba. So, but then again, if we go back to that Margarito and Pacquiao fight, mas malaki si Margarito, but we all know what happened there. Pacquiao won the fight. And Nicolas Torre, General Torre, also suggested, jokingly, humorously, baka daw si Manny pwedeng mag-referee for that match.
Pero, kung yung Barrios Pacquiao fight, kahit na di hamak na mas bata si Barrios.
Yeah.
Tingnan mo
16 years. Ang
46
gap.
years
Yes, 30 years old
Pero
lang si Barrios.
draw eh.
Tumagal ng 12 rounds si Manny Pacquiao. But then again, Sean, going back, Manny Pacquiao is the only 8th Division World
Yes.
Champion. Nicolas Torre
Medyo
is
iba
not
yung level ni
Pac-Man.
Manny.
Ikaw,
Unless he
check.
gets Freddy Roach as the trainer. Let's see.
Anong
But,
ano mo? Anong...
What? It's on Sunday.
Kuro-kuro.
Oh, ganito. Sige.
Really making this happen. by
Sige, no.
talking.
If that fight pushes through, Sunday tayo. Morning. Tayo. All.
Okay.
Sama natin. Nod tayo. Sagot ko.
Gusto kong matulog.
Sakto kasi baka pa yung
Dinadamay mo
Monday,
na.
pwedeng hindi na legal ang...
Pagisingin mo pa ako maaga.
Oh, sige, sige.
Oh, game si Ses. Sean.
Pero, teka muna.
Oh.
Sa tingin mo, what are the
Odds?
odds
Odds.
that it will push through?
Akala ko kung sino man nanalo eh.
Hindi.
Patay tayo dyan. Di tayo... No, the odds of pushing through, well, we don't know yet because we all know it's hearsay, di ba? Sinabi ni Mayor Baste Duterte, fist fight. Sinabi naman ni General Torre, he's willing. So hindi natin alam unless somebody comes in and fixes, di ba, the fight and organizes the fight. But then again, nangyari na yan before. Remember Baron Geisler and another actor,
talaga ba?
naglaban sila
Meron
for,
pa,
di
di
ba,
ba yung si
exhibition.
Cesar Montano yan? At
Kiko
saka si
Matos.
Erwin Tulfo, nagkahamunan din sila long time ago.
Oo.
Tama,
So,
tama.
Depende nangyari.
Hindi nangyari. Kaya nga parang all these
hamunan
letdowns.
lang.
Yes.
Diba?
Kumbaga,
Dali kasi magsalita.
ang dami ng mga ganun na pwedeng mangyari. So we don't know. Sana, tingnan natin. Sana
talaga?
Ganito ba talaga ang mga lalaki?
Hindi, baka ma-settle doon.
Hindi,
Di ba?
ganyan
No,
ba
you know why I
talaga?
said sana? For charity. General Torres said, the proceeds will go to the victims of the typhoon.
So,
Kaya ako-
panalo lang yung mga na biktima, mga flood victims, yung mga
Yes.
evacuees natin.
Yes.
You can apply as the announcer.
Ha?
On the left side.
Analyst do, si Andy.
Hindi, kung ganung fight, kuha ka na ng mga, di ba? Mga attorney Ed Tolentino, mga Seb Sarmenta na yon.
All I can say
The
is,
works.
kung matuloy, napaka-exciting nung play-by-play sa Monday after ng Sona.
At sana umere sa One Sports.
Yun, I'm you're right.
Di ba? Ganda niyan. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you to the ladies of the Big Story. That was a fun conversation. Always handshake. Ikaw, saan ka doon? Kay General Torre, kay Mayor Duterte?
8:33 na.
Galing,
mong
galing,
sinasabi.
galing. Thank you to Cez Trilon, Sean Yao, Pauline Versosa. And as Cheska mentioned, on our show, we got us get the show on the road. We learn more about Chris Paul's new role with the Los Angeles Clippers from the team's president of basketball operations. Plus, check Marcus Smart sharing
Here we go.
why he joined the Los Angeles Lakers on his first day with his new team.
And of course, we've got an update from Game 5
Yes.
of the PBA Philippine Cup Finals between the San Miguel Beermen and the TNT Tropang 5G.
Which is currently ongoing. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Rubio, the show by Mamoy leaves Philip. Mr. Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stopping another one. Bacunas rejecting Estebo for the
Well, Chris Paul may be 40 years old, but he isn't called the point guard for no reason. That's why Los Angeles Clippers executive Lawrence Frank is excited with CP3's return to the team. The Clippers president of basketball operations believes that Paul will remain a valuable asset, even citing how he started in all 82 games for the San Antonio Spurs just last season. CP3 reportedly agreed to a one-year, $3.6 million deal to return to the Clips. He previously played for the team from 2011 to 2017, averaging stellar numbers of almost 19 points, close to 10 assists, and at least 2 steals across 409 games. Now entering his 21st NBA season, CP3 will likely have a different role when he shares a court with other big names such as James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Bradley Beal.
We had a number of conversations with Chris, with Stephen Human, his agent, with T. Lou, just to make sure that, what the role was. Chris started 82 games last year and was a very, very productive player. So we don't take that lightly when you're taking on a different role. And, so there were a lot of conversations. You put everything on the table and get everyone comfortable with it. But the fact that, Chris wanted to come back, wanted to be at home, wanted to be with the Clippers. We obviously know what his skill set is, but also wanted to make sure the role made perfect sense from both people's perspective. And so I thought it was a very, very thorough process in terms of how we went about it, just to make sure that everyone knows exactly what we're signing up for. And we feel really, really good about it. And we're super, super excited to have Chris back with the Clippers. With the addition of Chris, we know that ball handling was a little bit of an issue for us last year. And we wanted to get, Chris was the best guy for the job as long as everyone understood exactly what the role was.
Chris Paul just won't be CP3 without, of course, the jersey number 3. The thing is, though, his new teammate Bradley Beal has also worn that number throughout his NBA career. But the two won't have to fight over who gets to wear it this time around. That's because Beal is giving up this signature digit to the point guard. The Clippers acquired Beal just a few days before getting Paul. That's after Beal agreed to a contract buyout with the Phoenix Suns. Clippers executive Lawrence Frank also spoke about Beal's classy gesture.
Brad is such a great guy and an awesome teammate. And obviously, Lauren, to your point, he's worn number 3 his entire NBA career, 3 All-Star appearances. I think he scored over 17,000 points in the jersey number 3. But he also knows what that jersey means to Chris. And there's a reason why he's CP3. And just the significance of Chris coming back to the Clippers, that Brad's volunteered giving Chris his number. So Chris will be wearing number 3.
Well, Chris Paul has nothing but love for his former team, the San Antonio Spurs. In a social media post, Paul expressed gratitude to the Spurs organization as well as his teammates, coaches, and the fans for welcoming him the past season. CP3 also says he's proud to be part of a team with a rich history. The 40-year-old former All-Star spent year 20 of his career with the Spurs. Again, he started in all 82 games. And he put up close to 9 points, over 7 assists, and a steal in 28 minutes per contest.
In other NBA news, Kyle Filipowski of the Utah Jazz is the most valuable player of the recently concluded Summer League. He is the first Jazz player to win the honor. The 6'11" forward led the tournament in scoring. He averaged 29 points through 3 games while shooting 56% from the field and 39% from long distance. Flip also averaged almost 8 rebounds and at least 2 assists per contest. Filipowski is entering his second NBA season. In his rookie year, he played 72 games for the Jazz, averaging 9.6 markers, 6 boards, and almost 2 dimes.
We've got more NBA stories for you later on the show, but for now, let's check on the PBS. Game 5 of the Philippine Cup Finals is currently happening right now. And it's the San Miguel Beermen against the TNT Tropang 5G in what could be a title-clinching match for the mighty SMB. It was a close fight to start the game, though, but TNT went on a 10-0 run to finish the first quarter ahead, 27-20. Brandon Ganuela's roster was at the forefront of the Tropang 5G's offense. He scored 14 points in the opening period alone, already matching his output in Game 4. The second period is still ongoing. San Miguel has a commanding 3-1 lead in the championship series, and they're facing a TNT squad that's playing without big man Poy Eram tonight. Eram was ruled out of the match because of a left knee injury which he suffered in Game 4 on Sunday. Coming up here on the show, Alex Ayala's world ranking takes a hit. Find out where the Filipino tennis star now stands when play-by-play returns right here on One News. And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. Back to the NBA. It is official. Marcus Smart is now a Los Angeles Laker. The team shared images of the veteran guard during his first day as a member of the Purple and Gold. He even had his jersey with the number 36. The 31-year-old Cager has signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Lake Show. Smart made a name for himself with the Boston Celtics, where he became a 3-time member of the All-Defensive Team and a Defensive Player of the Year. In 2023, he was traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, but he saw limited action due to injury. Smart ended up getting traded again in February this year to the Washington Wizards. Since leaving the Celtics, Smart has appeared in only 54 games. But he believes he still has a lot to offer the Lakers and reemerge as one of the league's top defensive players.
Yeah, I'm very motivated. You know, the last 2 years for me was, in my eyes, a disappointment. You know, injuries kind of stopped me and held me back. But like I told my wife and my family, you know, everything happens for a reason. And it's funny that 12 years ago, I could have been here. And now it's full circle and I'm here. And like I said, everything happens for a reason. And I just look at those reasons was for me to be here, you know, to not play, and for people to look at me and say, you know what, maybe he isn't the same. And now that allows me to be in a place where just to be me, you know, come in and do what I do. And that's, you know, a tenacious defender, you know, just bringing the intensity that I bring, my leadership, my basketball IQ as well, but just being the pest that I've always been. It's at the top. I mean, the main goal, you know, the reason you go out and you compete the way you compete is to try to win championships. And what better place to be able to do that than here, where the show starts and where the show ends. So that was definitely a big part of it, being able to get back on that stage, being able to get to a team that definitely could use me, and I know I can make an impact and help as well, and that was a perfect fit here. It's been great, you know. I have been on the other end of those, you know, and I was able to learn and take away from both, you know, two different players, rightfully so in their own way, great at what they do. You know, JJ is one of the best shooters that we had, especially off the move in this league, and LeBron is who LeBron is, and we all know what he's capable of and what he's done in his career. And, you know, to be able to be on the other side to learn from him, not playing against him, but, you know, as a teammate, and just talking to JJ and, you know, reliving those moments and just really getting me back to understanding that, you know, I still have a lot left in the tank, and he's going to allow me to show it.
There was some Luka magic involved when it came to recruiting Marcus Smart. The former Defensive Player of the Year says his new teammate Luka Doncic was one of the reasons he joined the Los Angeles Lakers. Smart reveals Luka called him several times, and their conversations helped him make his decision. Smart also added that he and Luka always had mutual respect and understanding every time they shared the court together, even as opponents. Smart and Doncic have never been teammates before.
When you get a guy like Luka calling, referencing, checking on you, trying to see where you at to see, and that if you want to come and, you know, join something special that he's trying to cook up over here, and for him to say that, you know, to see that he can really use my help, that meant a lot, you know. Played against Luka a lot. Been on a lot of opposing ends of, you know, Luka magic, and to be able to come out and be on his side at this time means a lot. We definitely had a mutual understanding and respect for each other. After every game, you know, playing, it was always, you know, flowers, you know, way to go, keep going, you know, keep those guys going, and vice versa. It first came, my agent, you know, I'm working out, and I get a call from my agent saying, you know, hey, Luka's reached out. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, like, all right. And then another day, same thing, Luka reached out again. And now it's real, you know, it's no longer what ifs. It's real, and it's something we need to talk about. And that was a great feeling, like I said, and that's kind of what kind of got the things going for me to be here, and I'm excited to be here.
Comebacks and homecomings have been everywhere these days. This time, we've got former NBA star Ricky Rubio returning to his boyhood team at the La Liga ACB in Spain. Juventud Badalona announced that they're bringing back the 34-year-old point guard on a one-year deal. Rubio first played with the team back in the 2005-2006 season of La Liga at just 14 years and 11 months. He was the youngest player to ever debut in the Spanish league. Rubio stayed with Juventud Badalona until 2009 before eventually transferring to FC Barcelona. He then made his way to the NBA, where he played from 2011 until 2024. In January last year, Rubio announced his retirement from the NBA to focus on his mental health. He returned to Spain shortly after for another stint with Barcelona.
Here's another comeback, this time in tennis. Venus Williams turns back the clock in Washington. The 45-year-old Williams delivered a vintage performance at the DC Open, defeating 23-year-old Peyton Stearns 6-3, 6-4. Venus is now the oldest player to win a WTA match since Martina Navratilova did it in 2004 at age 47. This also marks Williams' first singles win since August 2023 in Cincinnati and her first tour match since undergoing surgery for uterine fibroids earlier this year. The former world number one had been listed as inactive by the WTA until this week. Williams will next face fifth seed Magdalena Frick in the round of 16. She is also paired up with Hailey Baptiste in the doubles quarterfinals against number 2 seeds Taylor Townsend and Shuai Zhang.
Meantime, Filipino tennis ace Alex Ayala falls 13 spots in the latest WTA rankings. Ayala dropped to world number 69 from a career high number 56 just a few weeks ago. The dip comes as no surprise, though, with the 20-year-old lefty taking a short competition break following her Wimbledon debut earlier this month. Ayala made history as the first Filipina to compete in the grass court major, though she suffered first-round exits in both singles and doubles. Ayala is set to return to action in Canada at the National Bank Open from July 26 to August 7, using it as a warm-up for the U.S. Open later this August in New York. Coming up, a historic breakthrough for the Philippine men's under-23 football team, and we tell you more about their entry to the semifinals of the ASEAN Under-23 Championship. That story and a lot more coming your way when Play-by-Play returns only here on One News.
Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Two Filipino fighters are out to make history on November 16 at 173 in Tokyo, Japan. Denise Zamboanga will put her undisputed one women's atomweight world title on the line against home bet Ayaka Miura. Zamboanga claimed the belt after Stamp Fairtex relinquished the title due to injury. Meanwhile, former strawweight king Joshua Pasio is chasing legendary status as he moves up a division to challenge Yuya Wakamatsu for the one flyweight MMA world title. Pasio staged a remarkable comeback earlier this year, knocking out Jared Brooks to reunify the strawweight crown. Pasio looks to become the first Filipino two-division world champion.
NBA Dunk Week, we got some of the best dunks from the 2024-2025 season in the NBA for you in tonight's highlight reel. Roll it right away. Let's go straight to the action. Lakers, Christie to LeBron, guarded by Lively up top. Yes, his name is Lively, but not that time against the King, using the left changing hands, switching there. Nice cut, good pass from Christie. Eventually, ironically, Christie was traded. He was part of that deal that sent Luka to the Dallas Mavericks, and Christie was sent to Dallas along with Anthony Davis. And that's him, by the way. LeBron at 40, may I remind you. Lakers, though, lose that game 118-97. Brown for the season averaged close to 25 points and 8 rebounds, as well as 8 assists at 40. Whew. Up next, how about Ja Morant? Remember, he said he's not going to dunk anymore. Grizzlies in Boston. Bane steps back to Ja, goes baseline, leaves White. Ooh, clutches it behind the back against an elite defender in Kristaps Porzingis. Take a look at that slam again. Woo. Ja and the Grizz end up winning that one, by the way, 127-121 to beat the then defending champs, Boston Celtics, at TD Garden in Boston. And this was after Morant said a few days that he's trying to limit his dunks to protect him from injuries, and then this happens. By the way, Morant put up averages of 23 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds in 50 games played last season for Memphis. Woo! Okay, next play. This one's a little more recent. Game 6 of the final. Solo by Hallie. No look to Pascal Siakam. The facial, too, on J-Dub. And look at the crowd going crazy in Indiana. Take a look at that play again. Stolen by my boy, Hallie. No look to Siakam on the wing. Slams it home against Jalen Williams there in the finals. The crowd going crazy. The Pacers, at that time, forced a Game 7. Remember that? We all know. Losing to OKC. Siakam, though, for the season, averaged 20 points, almost 7 rebounds, and over 3 assists in 78 games played for Indy. Next one, let's go to Filipino-American Jalen Green in Detroit. Stolen away, tapped by Amen Thompson. Cade Cunningham there losing the ball. And then sees Jalen Green slamming on Cunningham to stare down. These two have been going at it, Green and Cunningham, since they were kids in high school. They've been battling, same draft class. Of course, Cunningham, #1 pick. And Jalen says, I'm going to let you know about that. Houston, though, wins that game, 101-99 in Detroit. Green played all 82 games, averaging 21 points, almost 5 rebounds, and over 3 assists in 78 games. But we all know he was traded to Phoenix recently for part of that Kevin Durant deal that sent KD to H-Town. Lastly, dunk off the year, hands down. It's the Portland Trailblazers against the Wizards. Ball stolen away. Shaedon Sharpe, sky and high. Whew, cocking it way back, exploding over Champagny there. Trailblazers win that game 129-121 behind guess who? Sharpe's then career best 36 points plus that highlight. Take a look at that cockback. Oh, I feel sorry for Champagny. He loses the ball on turnover, then gets dunked on. Badly, too, by Sharpe. By the way, Shaedon Sharpe averaged 18.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and almost 3 assists for the season. And that's all. We have it's a dunk week, so let's see tomorrow if we have more dunks in the NBA. Maybe PBA highlights in the finals. But back to you, Chuck.
And before we go, a big congratulations to the Philippine men's under-23 football team for making history. The squad is heading to the semifinals of the ASEAN Under-23 Championship for the first time ever since the tournament started back in 2005. The breakthrough came after they secured one of the best second-placer spots following a goalless draw between Thailand and Myanmar and Vietnam's 2-1 win over Cambodia. The Philippines is coming off two big wins in the group stage. They beat Brunei 2-0 and Malaysia 1-0. The Philippines will face defending champion Vietnam in the semis. That is on Friday at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium in Jakarta. Again, congratulations and good luck to our Philippine team.
Galing. Making history. Nakakatuwa
Under
talaga.
23, the
Yes.
future looks bright.
Yes, and you must be very, very, very proud, Tita
You know, I
Check.
have a soft spot. Ay, tita!
No, Ate Check. Ate Check. Ate Check
Let's
pala,
calm
sorry.
down. I will get to the tita level. Right now, let's relish the ate.
Tama,
In a
tama
few
yan.
years, aabot tayo ng tita.
Okay, tama. By the way, going back, kanina we were talking to the ladies of the big story, that potential fight of General Nicolas Torre and Mayor Baste Duterte. That will be interesting if that pushes through. And of course, maybe they can get highlights on our show.
So, should we prepare the tale of the
Analyst
tape?
also, tale
And
of the
then,
tape.
maghanap na tayo ng
Analyst.
analyst. Tapos, yung post-fight analysis, pag-uusapan
Correct.
natin on Monday.
Correct.
And then,
If ever
after nun,
matuloy,
magkaka-rematch
Sunday.
ba? Pag-uusapan din yun.
Yes, sa Big Dome
So,
yan.
yeah, let's to look forward to it.
And hopefully, kung matuloy yun, good cause because benefits of the proceeds
That
will
is-
go to the typhoon victims. Diba?
That is the one thing that we do need to look out for. Obviously, there are many people who have been affected
Yep.
by the
Yes.
incessant
Oo.
rainfall.
Ngayon.
So again, I hope everyone is staying safe and
Yes.
staying dry.
And kung di nyo naman kailangan umalis ng bahay, wag na po. That's all from us tonight, though. Catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
Mondre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litoncalao. Thank you for watching. Good night.